the war veterans take from this fund, and they must retain it, so that other war veterans, they can also come and pour. But it is zero interest, because this is to have its own fund. Every province is going to receive 150,000 under the presidential war veteran fund. This is just a start,
This country, with just his son and his cousin, tonzwa vanhu vachiimba vachiti garwe garwe raiombera richitukwa chii muchiimba rikapedzana rava muofisi. Imbai muchiti garwe garwe raiombera rikapedzana ratiza. Tisu takaridzosa.
Is there a way for ZANU-PF to ever unite again? I mean, after this whole 2030 thing mantra and all these factional battles, can they actually stand in one room and say that, okay, let's perhaps allow Emmerson Mnangagwa to finish up until 2028? Can such a conclusion come? I know ED wants now to push up until 2028, although they're telling him to leave. And we also see by desperate attempt of throwing 1.5 million US dollars into the war veterans' pockets, each province getting 150,000, and they would get bores and their lands would get title deeds. This is a desperate attempt either to split the war veterans or to get them to keep quiet. But the problem now comes in as this: should the war veterans accept such an offer and actually die down their noise? Emmerson Mnangagwa knows that what is given them is not enough, or what is going to give them. He will come back after them, like what he did to the army generals that actually were the one that attempted, that removed Mugabe. Emmerson Mnangagwa will come by a back door and he will grade them out one by one. You sort them out, because Emmerson Mnangagwa is at a point where he has enjoyed the absolute power that he had over Zimbabwe, where he could mine and steal gold, steal this, steal without any questioning and accountability. He has enjoyed that. Now imagine that he has to imagine a future where that some resistance or some people that are under him could resist him anytime, and he has to throw an olive branch each and every time. He can't imagine a future like that. He has to get rid of them. So if the war veterans are actually stupid to a point where or if they actually admit or receive these bogus gifts from Mnangagwa, that will be their end, and they will not see another day, or they will basically be signing their death certificates. You have the person, get him out, expropriate his wealth, that ill-gotten wealth, expropriate everything that he has. You can fund yourselves even much more further. But if you let this guy lead you, he is going to come after you. Now, here's also another interesting point here, is that we see that Winkler has just deleted the posts where he actually spoke about a failed politician. He says that it was people say that it was addressing Fadzai Mayere, but it happened in the same day when General Chiwenga actually spoke about Mbingas are not allowed in Zimbabwe. And Winkler would point out that he's a failed politician, and to make even things worse, he is for ED and he is for 2030. Winkler said that he is not going to be distracted from that. Now, that tweet has since been deleted, which is showing some sort of fear. And also, another thing that is also showing fear from the Mnangagwa faction is that despite the remarks that they make against Geza, Geza came out the first time and they all came out guns blazing. He came out the second time and they're all just giving remarks, but they threatened him with legal action. I'm talking about Ziambi, for example. He threatened to actually investigate a murder case involving Geza, but it went down. He threatened to expel Geza out of the Mashonaland West constituency. It failed. Now they threatened to, what is this? Okay, the threats. The minister came and said that you can't make fun of ED, but still he came out and it actually even escalated the thing further, and he said that 2030 Mnangagwa achaiwonera pawachi. Now, what that essentially means, what is giving Geza so much confidence, is that Geza knows that ED is checkmated, or ED, his lack of action to actually eliminate Geza and the war veterans. So it's also showing that Geza, what is this, ED is kind of like trapped in a corner. I mean, by his authority as the first secretary of ZANU-PF, Emmerson Mnangagwa should be able to actually summon Geza to a disciplinary hearing, but he can't do that because he's quite not in power. He's quite not enjoying the power that he's supposed to be enjoying as the first secretary of ZANU-PF. Therefore, which makes Emmerson Mnangagwa's team actually fail or to be at the losing end of all of this battle. And just recently, if you guys listen to Chiwenga's brother, Apostle Chiwenga, he said that paHarare pacharutswa kwete zvekutamba zvinhu. Nevaya vasati vamborutsa pacharutswa. I mean, you can hear his own clip there. What Chiwenga is, one thing that people they need to know is that maybe these two, they do have communication, and is being a mouthpiece of Chiwenga somehow, but in hiding. And this is referring to the Mbingas. Recently, we have been told that there is a list of people, or at least from what we are seeing, is that there is a list of people's names that have been written down that will be not investigated, that will be arrested on the grounds of looting the state funds. Now, I'm not sure if Emmerson Mnangagwa might fall into that, but Mnangagwa has been clever with the ED 2030 thing. He sends other people to do his dirty work, like Winston Chifai. He sends other people to be looking like the ones that are doing the looting, or these businessmen, while he's hiding behind. And he also never said that he's a pro ED 2030. He has been always lying, saying that no, ndaudzokera, ndauzonoreva, but Mnangagwa, he could face something like a commission of inquiry, but him in prison, that's another reality I'm trying to imagine, if it happens at all. But obviously, the war veterans or the other faction that will take over would want to actually make sure that Emmerson Mnangagwa is stripped of all wealth, that it is no harm to them should they retain the power.